What's good, guys? It's Franalations here, and it's 2020. It's been a very long time since I showed you guys my dunk collection. I figured, what a time, might as well do it now. Let's start off right now with the What the Dunks. Alright guys, before we start getting into naming any of the shoes or telling any stories about the shoes or anything like that, I want to quickly show some of them, actually most of them, if not all of them. Been collecting dunks since 2006. I've been doing SB videos and dunk videos and other shoe videos since 2008. It's currently 2020, so I've been doing this for a long time. I've had a lot of amazing dunks in the collection, a lot I've sold over the years, a lot of really rare ones that I've sold, but I still have a lot. Dunks have always been the largest majority of my collection. I have a lot of shoes. Again, this is not all my shoes. These are all my dunks. I even have a lot more SBs, whether it be Blazers or P-Rods, Janowskis, anything like that. But here's all my dunks. And so, yeah, I'm going to go through a lot of them, if not all of them, one by one and tell either their name or a little story about them or what era they dropped in or just a little something about each of them. So let's go ahead and get started over here with a blue box Dunk High. Super buttery. From the blue box era on, like 2010, mid 2010s, a lot of these SBs kind of obscure. People didn't really, they stopped collecting. Obviously, the product was still selling on the shelves, but even at that, a lot of skate shops started closing during this time, at least for me locally. I don't want to say for everywhere. These are the Space Jam Dunk Lows. I don't want to say for everywhere, but like in my general area, that's what it was. Even stuff like this. So very obscure dunk, not during the hype and stuff like that. But nowadays, if you have dead stock pairs, prices definitely going up. Denim Dunk Highs. So in finding all of these dunks and laying them all out, the few dead stock pairs that I have about 35 to 40 dead stock pairs of SBs I've listed onto StockX. This is back when, for a little while, they did the thin tongues. I think for about a year, they took the fat tongues away from the Dunk Lows. So yeah, I listed a whole bunch of dunks. It's crazy to see the prices that stuff's going for. In a lot of cases, small sizes, size 6, are just unheard of. During that era, people were buying dunks to wear, not really to hold on to. So if you had a size 6, you wore it. Unless you're me and had thousands of shoes, so couldn't get around to wearing all of them. I love the details on this one. Another really, really dope one. Translucent red sole. Snake skin. The little snake eye on the back. Very cool. Nice mix of materials and colors on this one as well. On this corner over here, a lot of this is blue box stuff that I had downstairs that I have not worn in 5 to 8 years, something like that. Most of these were worn once. So this one right here is really cool. This is the very first dunk I ever purchased. Before SB, before I was collecting, this was my first dunk. I had this back in high school, I think sophomore year. This is actually a women's dunk. It was very, very hard for me to find shoes back in the day. I would look on like the guys' wall and they wouldn't have my size. So I'd literally have to shop in the kids or the women's. And this was the women's colorway. And there you go. Love these. I love dunk mids, and this was like a poor man's Supreme Low, but in the mid top. Wasn't elephant print, but it had this really pebbled, like you can even hear it. Really pebbled leather. Very cool detail on this one. Wu-Tang Dunk Mid. Cigar Dunks. Another one with crazy detailing. There for a while in the blue box era, like the details were crap. And then they kind of stepped it up again. I think this was a beer dunk. Red J-Pack mids right here. Probably worn once. Iron Lows. A lot of the like classic SBs, they started trying to bring that vibe back in the mid 2010s, kind of like semi-retros or nods to some of the other stuff. Big Gulp Dunk Highs. I think these were like Wallensburg, Walesburg, or something like that. If I remember correctly, the black right here is supposed to represent like a waxed curb for skaters. Shoutouts Concepts. When Pigs Fly. Another very, very cool dunk right here. Bloody Sundays. The only dunk, there's a blazer as well, the only dunk that came in a white Nike SB box. I always loved the SBs they had, or any shoe. They had the double swoosh, especially with the golden swoosh. Second pair of dunks I ever got. Also probably a women's colorway. Got them around the same time, probably like a couple months apart or something. This is when they had the brown boxes that had like the tape around it that said like shoes from the future or something like that. I always really liked this colorway. During this era, this is when like SBs, at least for me, I wasn't picking them up at shops anymore. It was like Nike.com would have all the SBs on sale for months. One of the shoes I regret not getting back then was the Dorothy ones. Those were on Nike.com for the longest time. Never got them. Green Taxis, 07, 06, 07, something like that. In this era, I was always at Active, all the different locations, driving around Active, picking up SBs when they were on sale, using like gift cards or whatever it was that you'd get if you spent $100. Having cars full of dunks, picking up 8 pairs at a time, Dinosaur Juniors, Puffin Stuffs, another black box heat. One of my favorite SBs of all time, Money Cat Mid. I picked these up at Union back in the day, 07, I believe. There's a high and a low. The low I always liked. I ended up getting later on, sold it. The high I never really got. I have 2 pairs of these. One of my favorite SBs of all time. Originally, I had these in a 7.5. Shoutouts to Kixology. I think these are like a 6.5. Brooklyn Project, shoutouts Dom. If you look at all my SBs, probably a good 40% of them, 40-50% I picked up at Brooklyn Projects. And big shoutouts to Dom. I appreciate him. The past 12, 13 years, that's the main place I've been getting my dunks, Brooklyn Projects. Shoutouts to him. There's some non-SBs in here that are dunks, the Riccardo Tisci dunks. I have them in black and white too, but I don't know where they're at. Mork and Mindy's, one of the few SBs I have with no box. Picked these up on eBay years ago. The Tiffany Highs. I sold my Tiffany Lows a long time ago. They were size 7. They were a little bit big. I never liked the way they looked on my feet, but the highs are fire. Shoutouts to Nikki Diamond. Classic sneaker. De La Highs, but not the OG De La Highs. The OG De La Highs are my first SB of all time. Even stuff like this, it looks like price has been going up on StockX. Angels and Demons. Crazy dunk right here. Always nice when they have different detailing on the tongue. Well, here's a rare one. This was a House of Hoops exclusive, not an SB. The Teen Wolf dunk. It's got the fur on it, fur on the tongue. I think there's like limited to 72 pairs or something. I definitely tried this on. I might have worn it once, but other than that, never got it worn. The Lost Dunks, like Flight 78 or whatever the flight was from the show Lost. On Heaven's Gate. Very, very cool dunk. I love purple on shoes. Quagmire Dunks, Gold Box era, 2008. Came with yellow laces, but I thought the white were cleaner. Be True Dunks. Shoutouts to Dior and Jordans back in the day at Union. Would always pick up stuff through him, and I believe this was one of them back in like 07. Speaking of Union, undefeated, the undefeated dunk. Cassette player dunk. Some of this stuff as it gets more in the middle. Not going to be able to pick it up like I have been. Right here, one piece dunk. It's all lasered in, all leather, all around. 1999, my oldest dunk I have right here. Craziness. Some mids. The funny thing about these mids, look. Speaking of undefeated, this must have been the display pair. As I was unboxing it, I saw the shoehorn still in it. I was cracking up over it. Could never find these in my size until years later. They're kind of beat up when I got them. Got them off eBay. This was always a really unique pair. This is during the blue box. Usually with stuff like this, I'd keep the black laces on, but I just really like that yellowish brown, like popping through in the stitching, the midsole, the inside, the tag. I always thought this was a unique one. Just extreme fire right here. You see the original classic lows right there. Very cool stuff. Another one of my oldest dunks, the Stussy dunks. I think these are from 2001. Leather all around. Snake skin swoosh. Crazy. Speaking of snakeskin swoosh, the Poison Dunk Lows, gold box. Very underrated shoe. Don't have the original Medicom 2s. But here's the Dunk Elite from some years back. I remember this came out pretty soon after that, like Amsterdam Pata shoe. Grip tape mid. Sindhout mid. Mita dunks. Those are crazy. They're on a trainer midsole. The crazy laces. Crazy elephant print. Just amazing shoe. All white dunk. This is much later on. I think 2013, 2014 has a clear outsole. Again, one of the shoes I picked up on Nike.com on sale. Real tree camo. Skate mental highs, I want to say. I forget the name on that one. Eric Costin lows. Waterproof dunk. Another one of the mini shoes that I picked up at Brooklyn Projects. 6.0 dunk. Craziness. The inside lining crazy. I actually have two pairs of 6.0s. I don't know where the other one is now that I'm thinking about it. For love or money, I had the originals. These are the Livestrong variants. Another snakeskin. Red with teal, the red snakeskin. Blue J-Pack mids. I forget the name of these, but these were always crazy. They had like the water print on them. 720s. Another pair of undefeated. Homers, Patagonias, Donatellos, skate decks. Was that Jameson? I think Jameson dunk guys right here. SF Trolley, Bison's one of my favorite. Boba Fett's, Goofy Boy, low and high. De La highs right here. My very first SB that started my collection. That hologram on it is insane. I had a dead stock pair until December. And I sold it to Dre, who sold it to Kylie. So, yep, there's that. Shout out to Brooklyn Projects right there. Another one of the very first dunks I ever got. I love the way these aged, too. These did not have a yellow midsole. It was the same color white as the swoosh. Wore those in high school a lot. De La lows, the retro, skate mental mid. These are always really cool to me. It's a dunk high, but it has like rainbow stitching throughout. Really cool effect. All black shoe, very simple, but that stitching really gave it a pop. Bubble Yums or something like that. I forget the name. Halloween dunk from back in the day, not the newer one, and not the one even further back, the Day of the Deads. This isn't the newest retro. This is from like 2014 or something like that. I actually picked these up on sale for like $39.99 online. When I first started doing shoe reviews, Pretty early on, within like 5 to 6 months, I started getting promo from stores, and this was one of the first free shoes I ever got. There was a website called Sneaker Father. Shout out Sneaker Father. Peacock's another one of my favorite. Spider-Man mids. Shout outs to Brooklyn Projects. They hooked me up with this pair about a year, maybe 2 years ago. I think there's two shoes in this pack based off of like baseball cards or something like that. I never got the special packaging, but dope shoe. It reminded me of the Bucks, which is another one of my favorites. Anyone who's been watching my videos for a long time, one of the first shoes I reviewed, but the dog Fifi got to the back tab and started chewing on it. Gore-Tex Dunks, Irons, Chun-Li's, Green Lobsters, the only lobsters I still have. I had the blue ones, wore them in the ocean. I had the red ones, sold them. Had 2 pairs of the yellow. Way long ago, I sold them to Benjamin Kicks. Another one of my favorites, Medicom ones. Levi, the black Levi Dunks. One of the newer pickups, still dead stock, Supreme Dunks. One of the original SBs, Supreme Dunk Low. Another one of the originals, Wheat. Pushead 2s. I don't know where the other shoe to this is. It's somewhere on that rack, but I couldn't find it. 3M Dunks. All the J-Packs. Neon J-Pack. Original J-Packs. J-Pack Highs. Red J-Packs. I found like a lighter blue one. I put those up on StockX. They're dead stock. Space Tigers. White Widow. There's like a newer version of like the gray J-Packs. This isn't quite it, but I found this very recently at a mall for like $50. Pigeon signed and gifted by round 2. Actually, the other way around. This was the gift. That was the pair I had. Black Pigeons gifted to me by Jeff Staple. Shout out to Jeff Staple. Purple Patent Leather Avengers, blue Leather Avengers, Brutes. Oh, actually, these are the Jamesons. What was the other one? Oh, what's that like? I'll think of it. It's an alcohol I don't like. That was the other one over there. The one that tastes like black licorice. Jaeger Dunks. That was the other one. The SB that started my videos. The Trickstar Dunk Low. Another Tiffany Dunk. For this one, they hit me up, told me to come through to the little jewelry store that they had the pop-up at. I knew I was going to be able to buy these, but what I didn't know is Nikki Diamond was going to bless me with the yellow pair. Crazy, crazy sneaker. One of the best SBs of all time right there. Tauntaun Dunks. This is one that very recently I went back, picked up because I slept on. Coraline Dunks. Asparagus Dunks. That was one that I couldn't find for a long time. Plum Highs. What the Dunks. One of my favorite. Northern Light Mid. Shoe Goose. Clubber Lang's. Another one that I recently went back and picked up. Chrome Balls. Knocking down shoes. Dog Walks. These came out around Coachella time last year. Shoutouts to Dom. Another shoe I picked up at Brooklyn Projects. Border Blues there in the middle. Unpapa Bears there in the middle. And I think that might be it, guys. 18-minute video. Actually, quicker than I thought. Oh yeah, I don't think I got those watermelon dunk mids over there. The Kurahari Dunks. The Cheech and Chong Dunks. The Brainwreck 2s. The Tekates. The Kozaks. Sea Crystal Low, Mid, and High. That Watermelon Mid, the Bucks, the Salmon Dunks. Those ones are actually dead stock too, but they're the only dead stock pair that I kept. I love salmon sushi, so I don't know what else to say. Crawfish Dunks. Those Orange Burst Dunks, super crazy. They have like a clear midsole and outsole with the orange upper and the blue laces. What's it called? Twin Peaks. And yeah, I think we pretty much covered another one of the dunks I had back in high school. Thank you guys so much for watching. Whew! It took me all day pulling these out. It was a lot of work, a lot of fun. Happy I got to share this with you guys. So now what I'm going to be doing is boxing them back up and deciding which 25 of these I'm going to keep. Which 25 would you guys keep? Let me know in the comments below. I've been collecting since 2006. It's currently 2020. And it's time to let the majority of the collection go. Once I do that, I'll be doing very similar things with my Jordans, Bape, and Supreme, in that I'll be pulling it all out, showing it one last time, and then letting most of it go. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate that. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do thumb it up. Please do let me know some of your favorite dunks. Please let me know which dunks you would keep. And yeah, share the video, guys. It was a lot of fun, but as much as I wanted to share this with you guys, hopefully, we can get the video out to even more people to check it out. I know a lot of people are getting into dunks now with these and the Travis Scotts. Let's quickly look at the Travis Scotts, guys. In my opinion, one of the best dunks of all time. And I've always judged that based on different materials used, unique concept, and the impact it had when it released. And for me, it checks all those boxes. I know a lot of people are trying to debate me on my opinion, calling me a hype beast or whatever, but I've really never been about the hype. Some of you might laugh at that or not understand that, but I'm serious. Example, the Travis Jordan 1, it wasn't for me. There's plenty of other shoes that aren't for me, and I don't get them. I really don't like paying like the high resale prices, but I do it very rarely, very occasionally on the shoes I really like. So, again, I understand that maybe not everyone will understand my opinion on it, and that's fine. But, yeah, plenty of GRs in here. There's a few extremely rare shoes in here. And, yeah, I mean, to some extent, obviously I like all of these shoes. But I'm going to be a lot more selective moving forward in what I own. Because at this point, the collection is thick. Anyways, guys, again, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.